Peace, wholeness, love, and light. I hope everyone out there is doing well. I am Nudiamonds here with a 7/7 portal energy reading. Okay, let's go. This is all about divine union, divine interference, okay, and just highly charged, energetic positivity, okay, abundance, okay, hitting the jackpot energy, okay, because you are the gold, we are the gold mine, we are the golden ones, we are the chosen ones, okay, we the ones who've been looking for, we the ones who've been asking for, who've been seeking for, okay, it's us, right? It's us. We did that, right? So it's all about coming together as a collective and amplifying your intentions with positivity and just rising to the top to be one with the most high and the divine. All right. You know that 7 is all about divine alignment. You know, that was divine source, God, Allah, Brahman, whatever you want to call this beautiful divine energy favorite number, right? As we all know, on the 7th day, you know, it's the Sabbath day, it's the holy day. That's when the Most High rested, right? So that's giving me even the divine has to rest, right? Even the divine has to sit back and look at its creation and observe and absorb and recharge and restore, right? So if that isn't a message to give yourself grace, love yourself, and give gratitude, because even the divine needed time. Okay. Everything takes time, right? So it's all about knowing that and being in the presence, not rushing things, having patience, and sitting in the essence of the divine blessings and blessings that are coming to you right now, because they're coming right now. Okay, y'all. I hope y'all ready, because this energy is very uplifting, is very charging. Okay, we already quantum leaped, we already quantum jumped. Everything is in divine alignment for us to rise higher, right? This is that time. Okay, they say the revolutionary will not be televised. Well, we got all these electronics and everything is being recorded, so will it or won't it, right? They don't want it to be. But we are the revolution. We are the Renaissance. We are who we've been waiting for, right? We are our ancestors' dream. Okay, here in the flesh, getting everything done and executing things. All right. So yes, that's just this portal. Also, this is the opening up of the gateway for that Sirius B constellation. And Sirius B is our sun's mother sun, right? That's the mother's sun. That's where our souls come from, our spirits come from, right? It's also attributed to Sirius beings. Some people like to say Atlantean beings, aquatic beings, these highly intelligent beings, right? Higher self beings, oversoul beings, aliens, ancestors, right? Whatever you want to call them, these are these highly intelligent life form beings that have, they use crystal technology to advance civilizations and to help us, right? This is where we get that telepathy, right? That clairvoyant, that inner knowing, that telepathic, telekinesis, right? These are all of these gifts that are being online because it's embedded in our soul, it's embedded in our DNA. Also highly intelligent life forms. A lot of us are highly intelligent, right? Shout out to all the scientists, right? All the math scientists in the conscious community, as we are all using our gifts for love and light and abundance and healing and being our authentic selves to get exactly what it is done at this time. Okay. So yeah, that's just the intro. All right, we're about to deep dive into the numerology of it, right? Because I love 7, right? Who all here been seeing 7/7? Okay, 707. That's a number I always see, right? Or 7/7, you know, when things are getting runged up, you know, I've been seeing 7/7/7 a lot. 444. This is all about divine alignment, divine timing, divine messages, divine interference is here, right? And the time is now. So we just have to sit back and absorb what the divine, what our spirit guides, what our spirit team is trying to show us, what our angels, the angels of light, are trying to show us. And also shout out to the master teachers, shout out to our ancestors, shout out to everyone who paved the way for us to be here today, right? Because if it wasn't for them, we would have a foot to stand on. We are the boots on the ground now. All right. So just have to give my thanks. But yeah, we about to deep dive into this energy. All right. So 7/7 portal. I called this the initiation portal of power, right? And I say that because 7 is a very divine number. All right. There's 7 chakras, right? 7 chakras in the body. And when all of those are aligned, that's that Christ consciousness that comes online. That is that Kundalini that starts to rise. That's when you have these ascension symptoms and your Merkaba and light body activations, diamond light, cold rainbow activation, light body gets turned on. All right. It's all type of beautiful, miraculous things that happen when you are healing yourself, right? Because that rainbow is all about healing. That rainbow is all about crossing over to the other side, to that crown chakra, to the divine, to be one and be aligned with the collective consciousness, the omniverse, the omnipresence, right? So it's bigger than us, right? The picture is way bigger than what we're seeing it. And that's why we break through these illusions of this matrix to tap into the divine, quantum cosmic matrix, right? Because it's levels, right? You can start at the root, you can go all the way up to the crown and get in divine alignment with what's in store for you. And it's multi levels to that, as we are multi-dimensional beings and multifaceted beings, and there's multiple shades and facets to all of us. That's why it's very important for us to be our authentic selves, because we are all necessary, we are all needed, we are all pieces to the puzzle to create this holistic point of view when we come together as a collective. All right. So yeah, we got the 7 chakras. We have 7 days in a week, right? Which is on this Gregorian time, there's 7 days in a week. We don't even really know, some of this stuff is an illusion, right? Because it used to be 13 moon cycles. 13 calendar, right? Going back to the ancient times. But, I feel like that's their agenda, to have us lost in time, to have us so rush, put in this box, constricted. Because some people like to say time is an illusion, but I like to go off the sun, right? I like to look at the sun and how the sun moves and how the days and the times move. And that's never an illusion, right? So it's all about paying attention to how the time works for you and spending your time wisely. All right. As time is very precious and it's something that you can't get back. And time ain't waiting for nobody. Okay. Time is speeding up faster than ever. All right. We also got the 7 main planets. All right. Within the solar system. We also got the 7th heaven. Right? We also got the 7 sins, the 7 deadly sins. All right. You don't ever want to get lost in those. Right? So being mindful of what you're consuming at this time as well. Also protecting your energy, detoxing, releasing, purging, surrendering, doing whatever it is that you need to do so you can stay aligned with this divine frequency, higher frequency, and vibrating high. Because when you vibrating high, those lower vibrations can't even affect you. Okay. All right. We also have those 7 notes. Right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. And you can't say do because do is going back, right? So that's that 8, right? That's that 8 going back into itself, the infinity, but it's really 7, it's 7 notes, right? And that's, as you can see, it's going up. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. It just naturally goes up those octaves, right? So it's about rising, right? As the day goes on, every step you take, every step I take. Okay, I ain't gonna get into it, but y'all get it. All right. 7 colors in a rainbow is going back into the chakra, right? As each color is very necessary for growth, for elevation, for healing, for nourishment, for development. Okay. And then also the 7 directions. Shout out to Dr. B. I just recently learned this during his class. We took their 7 directions, right? So there is north, south, east, west. Then there is as above, so below, and as within, right? So those are the 7 directions as well. All right. So I love that whole aspect of it. Also with that 7, right? Going into the numerology of 7. 7 is all about relationships. 7 is all about balance. 7 is all about justice, that those scales, right? 7 is all about that God frequency, right? And tapping into that essence. 7 is also about victory, right? It's all about mastery. It's all about union, right? So mastering yourself and having that divine balance with that masculine, that feminine, that light, that dark, that high, that low, all phases, all aspects, all shades of yourself, to have this divine union within yourself, right? And then you can have this, excuse me, and then you can have this beautiful relationship outside of yourself with others in the community, as far as soul tribe, as far as partnership, as far as business partnerships, as far as relationships, right? Loving relationships, romantic relationships. There's just so many levels to relationships when you master yourself, right? And that is the key to it all, right? You are the key to unlocking the destiny that you're trying to go to in the future, right? It's just about knowing thyself and healing thyself and loving thyself, right? Okay. Also, with that 7-7 portal, 7 plus 7 equals 14, right? And 14 is all about your foundation, right? So making sure your foundation to yourself is centered and grounded, right? And when you add that, that becomes the 5. 1 plus 4 equals 5. And 5 is all about change. 5 is all about growth. 5 is all about just that star power, that love, that enlightenment, right? So this is all about us moving into this higher frequency to tap into divine light and divine union with the source, with the all, right? Okay, now, this is also about completion. This is also about spiritual and physical, and tapping into that, having this balance within ourselves so we can continue to rise higher. It's all about that temperance energy, right? Angelic, aquatic things happening, unexpected things, divine magical things happening that cannot be explained. It's just the works of divine, right? Synchronicities, signs and symbols. Pay attention to it all, as they will be very heightened during this time. Divine justice as well. And there's a gateway that is open. This is connected to the North Gate, right? The North Gate, that Orion built, that Sirius built, opening up. All right. So if you have set this foundation within yourself, you are concrete, you are solid, you are one with yourself. You're opening up this higher gate to these higher dimensions to connect with the Most High. All right. Source, the all, creator, God, whatever you want to call this divine essence, this divine energy, this consciousness within all of us. Okay. That air, right? Because, I like to attribute consciousness to air. I got that from KRS-One. He said that if we stop breathing, we lose consciousness. So the air is consciousness, right? And I love that, because I'm like, yeah, that is it. We are all conscious as long as we are breathing, right? As long as we are alive, as long as we are intaking this air. So the air is what's fueling us, right? That is the fuel to the soul, right? And our lungs pump that. It's a whole system. Our whole body is working in unison, right? We are divinely created by the Most High to work in unison with every aspect of ourselves. And it's kind of like when we come together with the community, right? Each of us bring our own piece to the puzzle so we can see the whole picture and make the picture even bigger as we unite as one. And there is a very powerful essence that is unlocked and turned on and activated when we come together as one, right? And I like to say that because Uranus goes into Gemini the same day, and Uranus is all about the collective. It's all about unexpected things happening. It's all about that electricity, that shock, that frequency, the waves, right? So we are the wave, right? And then Gemini is the mind, Gemini is thinking, Gemini is communication, right? So communicating with the collective consciousness, right? That is collective consciousness, Gemini and Uranus. And it is rising, it is going higher at this time as we tune into our own vibration and get connected and closer to the Most High at this time, all right? It's also about the air and having this divine union. And I say that because Uranus is attributed to Aquarius. Gemini is an air sign. Uranus is an air sign. And the seventh sign is Libra, and Libra is also an air sign. So it's this beautiful air trine, right? And that's harmony with the mind, harmony with the spirit, harmony with the divine. As we go up, this is a divine union with ourselves, our mind, body, soul, and spirit. The father, mother, and child are in divine alignment, right? Going back to that Sirius star system, right? The mother and the son, and we are the seeds, right? Father, spirit, right? That's the breath that we breathe, right? So it's all in divine alignment for this time now, for us to rise as a collective and get what it is done that we need to get done, right? So we still got more work to do, right? Love more, do more. I got that in the channel message, right? 2 years ago, and it stuck with me, right? I gotta love more, I gotta do more, right? So woo, all right, y'all. But this is that time, right? This is that time. Also, that chariot, right? Because the number 7 in tarot is that chariot, so things taking off. And it's not about rushing, rushing, rushing. No, it's about with your mind, right? Once you balance your mind and you know where you're going, there's unlimited possibilities, and you start to ascend, right? And you are divinely protected when you have that divine union, because that chariot is also attributed to that Merkaba, right? And that Merkaba is the alchemy sign for water and alchemy sign for fire, but that is also the divine feminine and the divine masculine operating as one, right? So it all goes back to us when we balance out our energy and we rise higher, right? That's how we rise higher. And then we get that seal of Solomon, the Star of David, right? We get that seal put on us and encrypted on us within our aura, within our heart. And there is unlimited possibilities and unlimited abundance that is here for us, which taps into that 777, right? Because Uranus is also a 7-year cycle, and this is the 7-7 portal. So there you go with that 777. This is the jackpot. We're about to hit the jackpot, and it's going to be a spiritual abundance that comes in first, right? A lot of us can already feel it. A lot of us are already seeing it. We're already being gifted things. So this is that time, and it's not a time to worry. It's a time to be confident that the divine has you, and everything that is happening is for a reason. Just open up and receive it. All right. And then another channel message that I got was, when we go into Libra season, we will ascend, right? Because that's the start of the spiritual half. We are still in the physical half, right? So there's a lot of things that are going on in an illusion of the matrix that we have to break through. There's a lot of work that gets done. And then we go into Libra, that is that spiritual half, that is the fall, right? So that's when the earth starts to fall into winter. It starts to descend into the lower nature, which is really harvest season. So that's when we gather things and when we harvest. So there will be a lot of ascension during that time. And we'll be going into the spiritual. I also got like this hermit energy, right? The hermit crab and the hermit in tarot, right? So the hermit crab is also about protection, right? Side to side, having this balance and getting your mind right so you can move forward, right? The hermit, the going within, right? Having this hard protection on the outside, right? As we protect our energy, protecting our crowns, protecting our peace, right? Because on the inside, we are soft. Our heart is soft, right? We are lovable, vulnerable, open, courageous, loving beings on the inside, right? Our heart is soft, right? But it has to be protected by the rib cage, right? Multiple layers of skin. So there's levels to this. There's levels to this energy, and we just have to remember to go within to ascend, right? As that is that hermit, that is that spiritual mastery, that is going in the dark to be the light and be the guiding way for others, be the guiding way for ourselves, as we are the leaders, right? And we are leading a legacy of our own with the knowledge, with the wisdom, with the healing that we have acquired, with the work that we have done, right? Also that 9, right? That 9 is all about that Sagittarius energy, that shooting further, that going higher, but you do that by mastering the lower self, right? So the more you get in tune with doing that shadow work, mastering your lower self, mastering your shadow, the more you turn into the light and you become the light, and you're able to dwell within those dark spaces and not be in fear. You're just moving and growing and blooming and blossoming in a beautiful way, and then you get that glow and nothing can stop you. Then you glow in the dark, right? You're nocturnal, and you can dwell within these places and spaces, and people will see your light because you shining, right? All right now. So yeah, I got Sagittarius in September will be a huge thing. as we are lighting the way for others and lighting the way for ourselves. Also, I got lightning, right? So this could be a tower moment. This could be and towers aren't always bad. They are attributed to divine interference. So whatever is happening is necessary for it to happen, right? The revolution, right? Those Renaissance eras, that Haiti, that French Revolutionary War, where they used their spirituality to tap in, was very necessary. It's divine intervention that cannot be stopped, right? So that lightning, that shocking, that epiphany, that gamma ray, that grounding of this energy that is coming in from the divine essence, right? Because I'm seeing the solar system, I'm seeing the sun shoot out what is that? Corona mass ejections, solar flares, CMEs, right? And when that energy comes to Earth, it activates the Van Allen belt. And as it activates the Van Allen belt, it breaks through that and it comes within our atmosphere and it forms these clouds, which create electricity, and the electricity comes to the earth and it grounds itself. That's how this gamma ray frequency grounds itself in the earth, and then it activates the earth and it activates the grid and it charges up the earth. And that's what activates volcanoes, dormant energy, dormant powers, earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, winds. It activates the earth, and that is cleansing and purging. And that's when we feel those ascension symptoms. That's when we feel, tired or groggy or irritated or old past things coming up or being tested, because not only is the earth purging, but we are purging. We are all one. This isn't just about us. This is the universe that is going through this collective change. And times are changing, times are shifting, right? I'm getting this wheel of fortune. It's literally a Ferris wheel on my TV screen. So yeah, things are shifting and things are turning for us for the better, right? Something shocking will most definitely happen. Something unexpected will most definitely happen, good and bad, right? Because we are in the realm of duality. We are in this realm of polarity as things will continue to shift and grow, right? There's also going to be something electric, right? In a very high, positively charged, loving way. So this will be a time of divine unions. This will be a time of divine love. This will be a time of soulmates coming together, right? And this is just that time, right? It's a time for the twin flame soul missions to be activated, right? A lot of you are already in divine relationships. There's a lot of people who haven't found that one yet. So a lot of you will be coming into unison with soulmates, partnerships, loving relationships, so you guys can activate those missions. Okay. Also, the starling bird. I need to get my phone because I forgot to look this up yesterday. Okay, y'all. Woo, we in the flow. We are in the flow. But as my phone cuts on. Yeah, I was just deep diving into a lot of esoteric things when it comes to the 7. And the starling bird came up. But like I said, this is a universal thing. Another thing was the sacred geometry, right? That came up with the 7, right? Because 7 is 3 and 4. It's a lot of ways to get to 7. You can get the 2 and the 5, the 1 and the 6, but the 3 and the 4 is what popped up for me. As the 3 is the trine, the trinity, right? The mind, body, and soul coming together. And the 4 is a square. The 4 is a matrix. The 4 is the box. So when you break free of this box, you get the square in the triangle, which creates the circle. The square circling the triangle, circling the square. I can't remember what it is, but it's basically a frequency that helps you ascend past this realm. The cubing of the box, the black box, right? The cube, the hexagon, the carbon, the melanin, right, which goes back to the 144, the 9 ether beings ascending, which goes back to I'm getting Anunnaki, right? The God from within us, the ones who fell from the sky, the gods of the sky, right? So that is all being activated for us to ascend at this time. That gamma, that divine union, that divine frequency is all being activated within us right now. But I got square, circle, and triangle, right? And that's all about ascension. That's all about being sealed. That's all about activating. That's all about breaking through this matrix, breaking through old ways of the mind to ascend at this time. Okay. Let's look up this starling bird energy real quick. I want to tap into that. Okay. It says, what does the starling bird symbolize? Starling birds often consider symbolize transformation, adaptability, and community. I love that. In many spiritual traditions, their spectacular flocking behavior, especially in the beautiful migrations, is a stunning example of collective power and interconnection. I love that. Yeah. So, and it's the blackbird. Y'all know about them blackbirds, them are birds, right? So this is about the community. This is about the collective. And I love that star ling, right? The star, right? Going back to that chariot, going back to that Sirius star system, going back to the sun, right? So it's all interconnected. This may be a time where you see a lot of animals coming to you, animal medicine. Pay attention to it all, you guys. This is a collective consciousness that is rising, right? Also tapping into the frequency of this energy. 4 times 7 is 28, and there's 28 days in the 13 moon calendar cycle, right? So going back into that 13, right? And breaking through this illusion of this matrix. And also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, add it all up equals 28, right? So 28 was a big thing. Also, we did the Stone Mountain hike on the 28th, and I got a channel message that the higher beings and higher realms in the divine they gave gratitude to us for doing that as we came together as a collective. No fighting, no arguing, no ill intent, just all out of love to raise the frequency and consciousness of this plane. Okay. So, yeah, very transformative energy. Also that holy day, holistic, interference and being holy and being whole within yourself, right? The Holy Spirit that comes from being whole, that comes from being one, that comes from being in the channel of the divine light at this time. Okay. All right. Spirit was on me yesterday about, getting into this book. What page I'm on? I'm on 204. I remember that. But Spirit wants me to just go to a random page in this book and read it. This is the Bhagavad Gita. I have a hard time pronouncing it, but y'all get the picture. This is the Hindu religious book, Krishna, Sanskrit, all about ancient ways. This is one of the oldest traditions that wasn't tampered with. So I love to go in this book for reference and to ground myself into metaphysical knowledge. Okay, Spirit says stop. All right. I'm going to read both of these pages. Ooh, the first thing it say. Of weapons, I the thunderbolt. What did I say about lightning? Of cows, I am the cow of wishes. I am the procreation Kamdarpa of serpents. I am Vashkunu. Of weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Of cows, I am the wishing, fulfilling cow. I am the progenerator Kapner. And the serpents, I am Vashuki. Wow. Wow. The Serpent King. Vashuki is the Serpent King. I love this book. Oh, no way. It's the 28th page, y'all. And it's 28 minutes. I'm 28 minutes in on 28. I love this book because it gives the definitions. And at the bottom, it breaks down the meaning of the words for the Hindu breakdown. So I got this off of Amazon. Y'all can order it. But yeah, wow. The Serpent King. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Powerful. Let me read this next page because this is the page that Spirit landed on. And Anatta, I am the snakes. Varuna, I am the water creatures. And I am the ancestors. Iramna, I am Yama of the subduers. And I, Anatta of the Nagas. Woo! Ooh. Venu, the water creatures of the ancestors. I am Arman and Yama of the controllers. Whoa. A mythical snakes that coils in a circle of the earth who symbolize eternity. Wow, Anatta, that's what that word means. Verana, originally the verdict god, the sustainer of the universe. Wow, so these are the three, is given to three heavenly gods or goddesses that as above so below in the earth, they watch over the universe. These are the watchers. These are the galactic council, right? These are the gods of the gods, right? And they watching over us, protecting us, the God of love, right? These are the gods of the gods. Wow. I'm getting chills, the weapon of the thunderbolts. Whoa. Powerful. Powerful. Yeah. So this is where, like I said, the gods, this is, the source, the all come in and help assist us. I love that. The king of the waters, right? The snakes, the nagas, that's us, right? Wow, this is powerful. The black, the Kali Ma, right? Whoa. All right, now I was on page 206. Hold on, because I don't want to lose my place. But yeah, wow. Powerful, powerful, powerful. All right, now I want to get into my meditation. And my meditation was very powerful, the channel messages that I received during it. And as soon as I tapped into my meditation, I seen the letter A, and it was written like the alpha expression, like alpha and omega. So they gave me the sense of divine presence, something new beginning, the beginning and the end of something, right? And then I seen a smile. So it was like a bow. So it gave me the divine presence, the divine essence is happy, right? With us and us coming together as a collective. And there is also a bow, a dip information that is coming in as well. Then I also seen the divine essence, the divine presence. And it always comes to me, or, a spirit guide. But for me, this represents the all. It represents itself as a dragon. So I seen a dragon and it was flickering on and off, on and off. So it was this light flickering, like glowing, like pulsating, like a beacon call, right? So something is being activated within that God like frequency, right? Within the God, within us, within the divine, right? Then it was blinking on and off, kind of like the Sirius star system, right? Because if you look up at the Sirius star system, it twinkles, twinkle twinkle little star, right? That red, white, and blue, it twinkles, and it's this very majestic, alluring energy that Sirius star system has, right? Then I seen a beam of light. It was dark, right? So this is information. This is gamma ray. This is things embedded in our DNA being activated, right? With this beam of light, because it was dark, right? It wasn't light. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that one out, but I love it. I love it. It gave me a sense of hidden information being unlocked within us, right? Then it was like a gateway, a portal of information coming in as well. Okay. Then I seen a star, right? And I seen a star. And then as I seen a star, I kind of seen the star flip and fall, like it got thrown down. Like when I seen a star, it looked like somebody was holding it and they threw it down. And I was like, whoa, but it was very faint. I couldn't really see it, but I seen it, right? And then I was just sitting in the energy, and then spirit made it clear, made it more clear, right? So it's going to be something that you may second guess, but you're going to have to trust your intuition on. You have to go with the feeling of it, right? Because it may not be clear physically, but you're going to feel it and you're going to know it, right? So I'm like, okay, it looked like somebody threw something down, right? But I'm going to keep channeling into the message. And then I seen Then I seen like this, the best way I can describe it was a jellyfish coming down, right? And I love jellyfish because they don't have brains, they don't have hearts. They are connected by the nervous system, and they just go with the flow, and they are free, and they are translucent, and they are aquatic, and they're almost alien like, right? They're beautiful, right? And they sting. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit said, and they also sting, that electricity, right? So this is giving, some very serious energy, right? Very aquatic, very intelligent, highly intelligent energy. Also, I love jellyfish because they remind me of UFOs. They look like UFOs to me, and they also look like mushrooms to me, right? And this is kind of like, wow, Spirit is giving me 3 realms, right? Mushrooms dwell here on the earth, but they go deep within with the mycelium network to connect to the neurons, right? The neurons of the earth, the grid of the earth. Then you also have the jellyfish that dwell within the water, and they send that electric current, right, to keep that ecosystem. They feed the ecosystem, right? Then you also have the UFOs. They dwell within the skies, and they're able to travel within the skies. So yeah, this is earth, water, and sky, right? And then we are the fire. Wow. With our soul, with our essence, with our spirits, right? And this is divine intervention. I love it. Thank you so much, Spirit. And we are free, and it is something effortlessly is going to happen. Okay. Then I seen the sun. Spirit showed me the sun. And as I seen the sun, something came around the sun. And initially I thought it was a satellite. I'm like, okay, a satellite. And then, cause it looked like a satellite. Satellites are for channeling information and receiving information and sending information, right? But not then. Spirit made the vision of the satellite more clear, and it was the symbol of Uranus, right? And I was like, whoa, like this is deep, like Uranus, like connecting with the sun. So the community is focused on coming together and healing our hearts and healing ourselves and elevating in this new frequency that is here for us, right? And it's going to be revolutionary, right? As we tap into our freedom, right? Because the sun, it was like a satellite, but it was Uranus. And it was, as I seen that, a road open up. So I seen Spirit open up a road, and the road was clear. The road was big. The road was open. It was an open road, right? So this whole energy that we're in right now, this Uranus entering into Gemini, is opening up the road for freedom for us, right? Like I did in my other breakdown, if you guys haven't checked it out, Uranus going into Gemini, I suggest you do, because there's a lot of historic energy that happens when Uranus goes into Gemini. There's a lot of revolutionary, there's a lot of war, there's a lot of fight, there's a lot of chaos for order when Uranus goes into Gemini. Okay. Then I seen like a tongue, right? So the collective speaking their piece. The tongue is very powerful, right? All right. The tongue is very powerful. All right. But it was giving, the serious beings are coming down to help us tap into our freedom, right? And then I heard Ashe, and so it is done. So yeah, y'all, that's that's those are the messages that I got for the 7/7 portal, right? I really want to call this a 7/7/7 portal. This is going to be a very abundant time, right? It's going to be a lot of abundance pouring in. All right. I want to tap into a card pull. I want to give thanks to the Most High, to Source, to the ancestors, to the angels of light, to the angels that work with us for our highest good. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm just going to pull some cards, and we're going to see what other confirmation we get, or what other messages Spirit has for us at this time. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Soul Tribe, for being here with me. All right. I love y'all so much. I adore y'all. It was such a special treat to link up with y'all over this past strong end. I mean, It was monumental. It was a priceless experience, and I love y'all, and I'm so thankful that I got to these two cards. Spirit told me to stop when I seen this one, and then I seen this one in my head and it came out. So these are the two cards, y'all. And oh my goodness. I gotta breathe. Because like I said, I seen an open road. I seen a star. This is the Merkaba, right? That this diamond here. And I'm going to have to read these cards because these cards go in deep. But the road is open for us right now. This is the road opener, right? The rainbow road, because this looks like a rainbow. And it says water, spring, and sun, right? We springing forth to this divine abundance, to the promised land, right? That dwells within us. And who is helping us, right? The mothership, right? The divine, the universe, right? Pouring down information from the stars, from the heavens, right? Wow. 30 and 39. Yeah, this is the completion of something as we tap into a higher sense of elevation. Wow, the sun is here. Wow. Ooh, I just got the chills, y'all. The sun is here. Whoa. That's a deep metaphysical, metaphorical meaning. Rays of light, our auras are opening and expanding. We are being cleansed. We are being purged. This will heighten during Leo season. During that 8/8 portal, there's going to be a lot of more information pouring down. There's going to be a huge cleanse. There's going to be a huge purge. And there's a lot of divine interference that is happening right now. A lot of DNA cellular activations that are being activated as well. As our road to our destiny is being cleared right now. Okay. Whoa. I'm hearing this is a gateway. This is the gateway. As above, so below. Like I said, that jellyfish dwelling. And then I said the UFO, didn't I? Yeah. And then I also said the road, right? The plane. And both of these have like this flat plane here. Let me move my finger so y'all can see the vision that I'm seeing. Interconnectivity, right? This is deep. This is deep. Yeah, so we're going up. We're ascending up. I'm seeing the DNA structure. Kundalini. Yeah. This is going to be a huge ascension portal and a huge ascension awakening. I feel like I said a lot already. So I'm just going to read from the book, because these are some of my favorite cards. This is one of my favorite cards in here, right? And then this is all about ascension and you being on your divine road. But I like the interpretations in this book. So that's where we gonna go to. And Spirit told me to start off with 30 first. Okay. Again, thank y'all so much for being here with me. Okay. So the sun. It says, you are not the person you once were. You have gone through a deep and profound metamorphosis and have emerged from the unseen realms as a grander, more refined, more unique, and more authentic version of yourself. Come on now. Now, didn't I say that? I said that, y'all. Look, I said that. This is confirmation. Okay. Don't get me wrong. You're still you, just bigger, brighter, and more magnificent. Upgrade. Will anyone notice, you wonder? My dear, your radiance is unmistakable. Not only are people around you noticing your brilliance, but they are being transformed by it. Your spiritual upgrade. Yay! Your spiritual upgrade and the light beaming from your heart will create new feelings and inspiring new ideas in everyone you meet. Rejoice in your rebirth and the impact it is having on the collective. This is what lit leadership is all about. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I got the channel message, right? I said, I seen the beam of light. Woo, then the card under that, abundance, 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 abundance. Y'all already know. All right. So yeah, this is the upgrade card, right? This is your vessel, your chariot, your heart being upgraded. All right. I love that. All praises due to the Most High. Thank you so much, Spirit. Let's go to 39. Okay. It says star. So we went from the sun to the star. Okay, now, somebody. Your purity of your spirit and your heart-based actions have not gone unnoticed, my love. Your sacred presence is known and cherished by many, by those who hearts you've expanded and who cups you've filled with your generosity, your integrity, and your love. Bask in the knowingness that you are seen and that you are appreciated. Feel the acknowledgement, receive the adoration, allow yourself to be recognized for the truth of your spirit and for the unconditional love that you emit. This love that is pouring into you is now a reflection of your own greatness, dear one. The more you are able to take in, the more you serve your community by modeling gracefully and receiving the expansion power of love. Thank you so much for the confirmation, Spirit. Thank you so much. Gratitude. Woo! Okay, now I can't even get in my ego about it. I just got to give gratitude. Thank you so much. All right, let's tap into the tarot and see what other mess. No, not on the cut. Spirit said yes on the cut. We get it. And ooh. Didn't I say the square and a triangle and a circle, and he has the square and a star? Didn't I say chariot? Because that is what number for the 7-7 portal? Woo, I just got the chills. Wow. I'm speechless. My spirit team is laughing at me. They always laugh at me when I'm speechless like this, because I called it, right? But it always feels so good to get the spiritual confirmation. That's how you know your girl's on point. Okay, I can get in my bag a little bit. Let me get in my ego just a little bit, because I said the chariot card was going to come out. And what are the odds on the 7-7 portal reading? We get the number 7 in tarot. Any card could have came out on the cut. So this is about us ascending into our power. That chariot. This is about us taking off and knowing who we are, because he doesn't control the Sphinx. He doesn't control the lions. He doesn't control the horses with the reins. He controls the horses with his mind. She controls the horses with her mind, right? You control your chariot with your mind, right? Your chariot is your space-time vehicle, right? You control your body with your mind. The body is the temple, right? Where is the temple? The temple is right here. Right? So this is about us ascending and tapping into that higher power with that higher knowing, and knowing that we are one with the divine, knowing that we are headed in the right place because we master our lower, we master our higher, we master our light, we master our dark, right? We master our masculine, we master our feminine to be one, and the road is open for takeoff. Wow, they yelled that in my ear so loud. They said for takeoff. Yeah, we about to take off. Woo! Wow, with these ancient Adinkra symbols on here. Yeah, these angels, these wings is going. Shout out to B-Dale. This is going back to his breakdown. If you guys haven't checked out his breakdown, I suggest you do go check out his channel. But this is all about the Kundalini rising. This is all about those chakras being aligned to go higher, where you get your wings, right? The dragon flies, right? If you guys been watching my videos, you know I've been talking about this dragonfly energy. I've been talking about the dragonfly energy since winter, right? As the dragon, as the serpent, as the scorpion, as the spider lays, the snake, right, is on the ground, it's on his belly, it's on the ground. But if you do the work to heal yourself and master your lower natures, you ascend, you rise up. The snake rises up, right? To be one, to rise, right? That dormant energy rises, right? To heal. Once you've healed yourself and once you reach that enlightenment, that crown, right? That wisdom, you get your wings, right? So you're no longer on the belly of the beast. You are rising above, right? You are ascending, right? You become the rise of the phoenix, right? You tap into your higher self. You tap into your gifts as you had that death for this rebirth, right? Becoming one with yourself, because that's what this is. This donut and this stick represents the divine feminine and divine masculine becoming one, right? And the stars, this represents the heavens. This represents Sirius, right? Your Merkaba taking off, right? Yeah, we headed to the promised land, and the open road is golden. This is the golden road, the golden abundance, the golden age, right? Woo! Come on now. All right, what's the top card? And what did I say? The 9, the 9, the 9, right? The 9 ether, the 144, right? I said September, right? I said Virgo, I said Libra, right? Yeah, Virgo. Virgo energy and Libra energy. That's the cusp. That's where things take off. That's where this new cycle begins, because this has a little itty bitty snail right here, and snails represents for me, they represent cycles, right? As they move slowly, but they have that spiral, right? That golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, right? The shells, the 9 ether, the spiral, the circle, right? The swirl, right? The fingerprint, right? You are the blueprint, right? And everything is destined. You have to be in isolation, right? And what did I say about these birds? Didn't I say the bird? The bird is a word, okay? Hello, somebody. Then harvest, harvest, harvest. Thank you, Spirit. I said harvest season. In the 9th month, we will receive our harvest. That's when you gather up your harvest from all the work that you have done, right? A lot of us always talk about, oh, this journey is so lonely. Well, Spirit had you alone for a reason. You had to be alone to get in tune with yourself, right? So you can know who you are outside of people's beliefs, outside of people's judgment, outside of people, right? This is abundance within yourself. This is physical and spiritual abundance coming to you because you know who you are, right? And this is that cycle to receive your abundance. You are cloaked in love, cloaked in divine love. You are protected, protecting your crown. You are one with nature. You are one with the divine. You are one with yourself, right? And this is that new cycle. Woo! Of you being grounded and rooted with the Most High. Yeah, because they speaking through me. They speaking to me and speaking through me. All praises due to the Most High. Thank you. Yeah, we entering in the Garden of Eden. with the Most High. Because I'm seeing the Alf. I'm seeing like, yeah, this 9 year. Ah, yes. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit also said this is the 9 year too, Diamond. Don't forget that. This is the great awakening, right? Of wisdom. Because snakes also represents wisdom. Snakes represent multi-layered things. They represent the shedding of the skin. They represent the snakes in the grass. They represent deception, but they also represent the nagas. They also represent enlightenment. They also represent the queens, the kings, right? The intelligent ones, right? Wisdom, enlightenment, kundalini rising, right? Wisdom, love, right? Because if you master your lower nature and you're not afraid, you could tap into all of the abundance of the world. Woo! Woo! Cloaked in love. Yeah, divine love. Shield. Whoa, with the world card under that. Yeah. Wow, injustice under that. I mean, I be saying stuff, but when the cards come out confirming it like this, it's wild. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. Shout out to my Jersey folks. Shout out to my East Coast folks. Yeah. World justice. What I say? Divine justice, divine interference is happening behind the scenes, because this is what we can't see, right? As we're ascending, the divine is working with us, and things are in divine alignment. Things are taking off. No, judgment is not under here. I know y'all can see me lifting up these cards. Spirit said, back, Diamond. This is what's going on that we can't see. This is what's going on in the spiritual realm, because this is the bottom of the deck, right? So yeah, there's a lot of justice going on for us, and there will be a worldwide change, a universal change on these fixed axes, right? Because Aries, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, fixed cross axis, purging, releasing, shifts, and change. Yeah. So the next big change that we're going to see is in Leo season. 8-8. This is the kickstart for that. This is the jump start for that. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Woo. Yeah. 8. And what did I say? 8-8. Woo, Spirit is saying they not going to see this one coming. This is Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my goodness. Spirit in my ear on me heavy. I could feel Spirit right here. Like, this is just an interpretation of what they can't see. They aren't going to see this one coming. You guys are protected. Don't take this physical representation. This is an illusion, right? But they don't see what's going on behind the scenes. You guys are protected by the divine. You guys are blind faith. I'm hearing blind faith. So we follow the divine just effortlessly. Like we go by blind. We're being led by blind faith. Like we have unwavering faith, right? Like Spirit is giving me, this is the polar opposite of what this card means, because normally this card means, oh, I'm playing victim. Spirit is saying, no, we don't see this one coming, right? And we are divinely protected, right, by the Most High, right, by how in tune we are with the Most High, right? We are so tapped in with the Most High that these outside things can't touch us, right? Like Sister Myra said, they can't touch this, right? So we are divinely protected. She got on a cloak. Yeah, a red cloak. Yeah, they all got on armor. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of distractions that are going on, and we have to remember to protect our crown and protect our mind. Shut the outside world off. Don't pay attention to that. Go deep within and tap in with the Most High as we are being protected and guided from something outside of us, right? Because they're going to try to instill fear and deception and illusions into our mind at this time, as they know this is a gateway. That's why they have their July 4th Independence Day celebration on this time, because they're trying to harvest this energy from the mother sun. But that is our energy, right? So pay attention not to the illusions of the outside world, and go within and tune into your divine instincts, your divine intuition, the divine messages that you get from yourself at this time. Wow. Yeah, this is giving isolation, right? Being one with yourself, getting in tune with yourself. Go within to ascend, right? And I will guide you to the promised land. Wow. Woo, because they say breathe, Diamond. Oh my goodness. Who? Oh, excuse me. It's a whole lot of energy in here. And that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a whole lot of energy pouring in, and Spirit is going to want us to be within ourselves, go within ourselves. Meditation. Okay. will be very good, or reading or getting in tune, doing something with your partner that you love, or getting in tune with yourself, getting in tune with Soul Tribe. I keep hearing meditation. So being prayer, being in one with yourself so you can receive the downloads. This is a highly information time. Information is going to be pouring down. I can't even see. Information is going to be pouring down from the cosmos at this time. And they want you to trust the messages that you're receiving at this time, and just stay in tune with that energy, and don't be distracted by the outside world. Don't be with your eyes. It's like something with your eyes, illusion, right? They're casting illusions at this time, and they want us to go within and tap into our spiritual connectivity. I'm seeing a cross, I'm seeing a sword. So they want us to master our minds at this time and break free of the illusion and speak our peace and speak our truth at this time. Ooh, Ashe. And we got 7, 8, 9. And what did I say on my last video? I said 7, 8, 9 are going to be, this is a huge portal time. I'm getting the chills. This is a huge portal time right now, you guys. Okay. So yeah. And it's like away from the city, away from the land, away from the drama, as all of these cards have the castle in the back, like the city in the back, like the cities in the background, cities in the background, cities in the background, right? So that's getting away from the distractions, getting away from, like, I don't know. The spirit wants us to be like isolated. Sacred solitude is what they're giving me. They want us to be in sacred solitude with ourselves at this time. Okay. What's the next card? Yeah. 8, 8, eclipse. I was going to say eclipse. Cause I meditated on the eclipse and got some profound downloads. So yeah, they want us to walk away from certain things that aren't serving us. What did I say? Spirit wants us to walk away from the media, walk away from outside things, walk away from, I'm getting crowds, like, separate ourselves. That's why we've been in isolation, to separate ourselves so we can get in better attunement with the Most High. Something is going to shift. Something is going to be eclipsed. This is also giving, like I said, mothership energy, information pouring in. Also, the new moon and the full moon, I'm getting those are going to be very powerful portals at this time, as the 10th is the full moon in Capricorn, I believe. Yeah, so that's going to be another portal that opens up for power, for divine interference. I'll do a whole nother video on that. But yeah, this is us walking away and getting attunement. This is also giving me hermit energy, right? As on this card, it looks like he's walking into a cave. Right? It looks like he's walking into a cave. But if you zoom out, it also looks like he's walking to the mountaintop. Right? So walking away from things that no longer serve you because you know you deserve better, right? And then you'll get divine fulfillment. You'll get internal fulfillment at this time. And, no, we did not get 8, 8, 8, 8, right? So this portal, this 7, 7 portal is opening up the gates for 8, 8. All right. I love that. One more card. The devil himself. Okay. Yeah. So walking away from illusions, walking away from distractions, walking away from anything that does not serve you, any addictions, anything that has a grip on you, your flesh, parasitic energy, breaking those chains, to release yourself, to free yourself, to tap into higher knowledge, to tap into the divine love and light, right? Also, what did I just say? The full moon is in what? Capricorn. And this card is attributed to Capricorn, right? So there's going to most definitely be some huge, powerful activations at that time, because we have to look at the polarity. Spirit is telling me to look at the polarity of everything. This card isn't always bad. This card is also attributed to the power nature, right? As they said, the snake in the garden, right? Adam and Eve, the snake in the garden, that was the devil, the enemy, right? But the inner me could also be the enemy if you haven't mastered yourself, right? That lower nature, right? And going into the darkness, right? Going into that shadow, right? What did I say? It was walking into the cave, walking into darkness, right? To master yourself, right? And then what number is this card? This is 15, 6. Okay. Yeah. So this is all about mastering yourself, right? And getting ready for huge changes at this time. I want to pull on my card. 6. Yeah, didn't I just say 6? I said 1, 5, and 6. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, y'all just be having me in the flow of things. So that's what's happening. We're getting into the flow. We're headed to the promised land, right? We're leaving those old troubled waters behind to go into this new way of thinking, this new way of being, this new way of living. And that's especially if you've mastered yourself, right? And all of these things are walking away, moving away, right? This 8, this 6. Walking away, turning your back on this old system, turning your back on things that you know aren't good for you, right? And having divine faith, right? Having blind faith that I know I'm headed in the right place at the right time with the divine, and everything is in divine alignment for me. Okay, I'm just being nosy. I need a gavel like Vicky. All right. To the promised land. This is victory. This is celebration. This is marriage, right? This is divine union. This is a portal. 1111. This is literally a portal. So we're walking into a portal of victory. We'll come through this portal victorious. Okay. Divine unions. All right. Divine love with yourself. Partnership. Right. So we're leaving that old system to tap into a new system. Meditation. Going within that gold body, that God body. Right? Being in divine union with ourselves. Our ancestors are very proud of us, right? These beings, our ancestors, our spirit team, the angels of light, these entities, right? Very proud of us, and they're helping us, and they're coming down to help us ascend at this time. I'm just being nosy. Yeah. Ace of Cups. Yeah. After we get past this little bump in the road, like y'all been getting tested, man, I'm telling you, it's nothing but abundance. This is divine abundance. There go that bird again. Internal fulfillment, Holy Grail. This is divine coming in and blissing us at this time. I'm not pulling up my cards from that because that's it. So this is all about mastering your mind, mastering your body, to tap into this gold body, tap into divine enlightenment, and there will be unlimited possibilities. All right. The divine is going to come in and bliss us with something. Also going back to that meditation energy, because that's my meditation card, and dormant gifts being activated as well. Okay. When we come into divine union within ourselves. All right. Let's get a word from the angels. 808. What this say? Swift action, wealth. Wow. Spirit said stop. That's it. 808. Okay. Swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcome. You will enter a time of expansion. So begin taking steps forward, achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and someone has their mind set on you. Two zero 2020. Clear vision, compassion, mercy, diplomacy, potential, service, recovery, adaptability, and renewal. It is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct. But it's also encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. Ashe. Pull one more. Light up. And what did I say? I said 7 + 7 equals what? 14. Okay. This the double up, y'all. And then the 21 and then the 28. Yeah. It's like, yeah, something's about to shift and go up, light up. Mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook and quality. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with a new opportunity or friend or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. Ashe. All right, you guys. I feel like this is a beautiful message. It confirmed everything we channeled, everything that we talked about. If you guys would like to book any services or any readings, all of that information is down in the description box below. But we are most definitely ascending, right? We are ascending, ascending, ascending. And nothing can stop that. This is a universal collective thing that is going on. And this is just the beginning. All right. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of abundance. There's a lot of miraculous things that are about to happen. This is the divine jackpot. They just said this is a divine jackpot. Okay. So y'all get ready. I hope y'all ready. Things about to take off. All right. I love y'all so much. Peace, wholeness, love, and light. And we out. Catch you on the next one.